Hey guys, what's up? Sora here with my first gameplay video of Shadowverse. This is my road to Grandmaster featuring Midrange Sword. Um, Now, I know a lot of YouTubers and streamers are already playing a lot with Midrange Sword. It is the deck to play right now, given the release of Dawnbreak and Night Edge. But there's a really good reason for it, and that's because it's just really fun to play. Ever since the drop of Dawnbreak and Night Edge, Midrange Sword really got a lot of tools that it didn't have before, more than any other archetype, I would think. Definitely with the likes of Sky Fortress and Celia, both of the legendaries are actually in the same archetype, so that's a big boost in power already. You have a bunch of good bronzes, such as Holy Bear Knight, as well as silvers, Valzi, Magical Marksman, very versatile card in destroying followers or destroying big threats. But the biggest card, in my opinion, from Dawnbreak Night Edge is Chromatic Duel. I think this is a card that is on the nerf list, I would even say, just because it's really overtuned. The one drop effect isn't that big of a deal. It's really good followers, but it's nothing broken. But this Enhanced 6, where you get both of them for free in your hand and you can play one immediately, that's a little bit too good, not gonna lie. So it's fun to play right now, and yes, it might not get nerfed, but don't be surprised if it does. Other than that, I feel that the deck is really just solid all around given the meta. You have your late game sweeper, early game rush with Lancer of the Tempest. But for me personally, I like playing the defensive option of this deck. There are several more offensive lists out there. My defensive list is represented by Melissa, for example. Really good ward against aggro forest right now, really. And in some cases, even aggro blood. Frontline Cavalier, also another defensive option. Also helps combos well with Mars, so that's fantastic interaction. And the one quirk I have, well, two really. The first one is Lux. I like consistency, even sacrificing a little bit of power. She's only a 1/2, but she helps you never ever brick with the deck. And even more to that is Prim. Now, Prim is different than that. Her 2 cast version is not good at all. 1/3 with Ambush isn't going to make or break any sort of game, but her Enhanced 8 is really interesting. Game +3/+3, and it's already on Ambush, so that's a 4/6. And then you put a ward in front that has both ward and Bane. Combine that with Sky Fortress, and you suddenly have a 7/10 on turn 9 that they were never able to deal with prior to that. So she's a really good card in closing out matches, and in the worst case scenario, she is another 2-drop that will help you not fall too far behind in the game. I've seen other decks run Momo in place of these 3, but I like this package a little bit better for right now. And Momo will become more relevant, I think, if Reanimate Shadow or anything with a big threat really comes to the meta. It's only 4 days old after all, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Okay, next we're up against Forest. Likely aggro Forest, because that's the most prevalent list right now.
My wind is the wind of the forest.
Against aggro Forest, going second, we definitely want the Kuhulan, we definitely want this, so Celia is even questionable here. He wants something like a General, but we get Mage instead, which isn't bad. But yeah, it's we need life gain, we need everything. We need that front guard General. Okay, not bad, not bad. This will allow us for value trades later. We definitely want to get rid of the Kuhulan now, otherwise he's gonna play the one that makes it trade really easily. Or makes stuff trade really easily. Considering that, he'll probably play it right now even. Although this is neutral, so it is slightly different, but I've seen lists that run neutral and run aggro. So I don't trust it yet.
Darkness on this blade.
Okay. Playing Mars would be a waste here. Because there's no way he's letting Mars live. So I'm just gonna play the Wolf. Frontline Cavalier is actually really good against this card because all of the 1/2s will trade well into Tsukuyomi. So we can play it and play it over again, and then I just okay.
To
Yeah.
the depths of the abyss.
Now that becomes good because I have no easy way to trade into that. Well then. Yeah, I think we're about to take 5 damage. I see no other way outside of this. I don't have anything aggressive at 3-2. This unfortunately doesn't cut it. Yeah, we'll just have to trade it in to get them down to 1 immediately. Like, I don't want to fall prey to an effective twin elf.
Forgive me.
Yeah, this is bad. We're already starting behind. Hector. Probably evolve into that and evolve to that again. That makes sense.
Power of the wind.
Definitely makes sense in my head.
Can't withstand me.
Then swing.
Well, aren't you something?
Yep. Alright. Now this makes for some pretty awkward trades. Although Valse is here to save our butts. Not quite save our butts, but close. It's just a matter of how best to use him. Because we still don't trade well into this, because it's of the 5 power. We might need to take another one and actually save Valse for Beauty and the Beast, which I believe is definitely coming. Despair's Messenger is a 2-4, so that doesn't trade either. 4-6, that doesn't trade either. 4-5, yeah. We're just 1 short on power the whole time.
This strategy will do it. No question.
We won't give him an inch. Thunder.
I will analyze through and through. This was a failure.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm just outpowered here. The rare case where I was outpowered. It came down to me killing the Happy Pig. If I didn't need to kill that Happy Pig, this would have been a fairly different game because I would have been able to kill the Tsukuyomi without him being able to develop the Owl for free. But yeah, this is just working out the math. Unfortunately, Sword does not have any sort of easy removal. Yep, that makes sense to me. And he just plays another 4-drop here. I think we have to concede. Yeah, that's too much. That's a lot of 1 power.
Soar upon the wind.
Let me see if I draw into anything nice, but I doubt it. Yeah, we just didn't have any sort of power here. Lancer of the Tempest 1 turn too late. Good job.
So I've lost.
Yeah, we needed Lancer. We needed Lancer to turn this drop. Yeah, anything less than Lancer would not have worked. So, a future consideration for the deck, really, to improve, is we need a little bit more power in the 3 slot. So, for example, Momo. Momo would have been perfect there, rather than Mars. Yeah, that's why there's different variations of Midsword deck running around right now, you know? We are playing against Haven. Lucky, I got the moon leader.
Moonlight drives me mad.
Okay, we're going second. So again, we have to be fairly careful about Snow White. We definitely do not need Sky Fortress. Snow White, a little bit of those turtles. I think we definitely need the Vals in order to trade efficiently going second. Kuhulan is nice going second regardless, so yeah, I think that's a fine curve, I think. We'll likely get the Fatal Spell Bomb here. Okay, now it depends on whether he plays anything on the second turn. Whether we want to give him that. Actually a consideration right now. I want to say we'll keep it. The one rare instance in this matchup, in case I upload different videos, I just pick and choose. In case it's a battle we win or lose, it'll be dependent on this decision. The reason why I didn't play it yet is because I had wanted to save the Chromatic Duel for 6. Now we get both, and more importantly, we get the black queen. That's fine. We will still use it to develop this. The Fatal Spell Bomb. Because the queen will be important when the Frontline Cavalier comes in. And that way we're immune to Jean on turn 7. That's why I am saving this. Okay.
Oh, crystals of snow.
Probably gonna get rid of it regardless. Which is fine.
Alright already! I surrender!
We'll probably still develop the board, to be honest, because he just gave us a free board to evolve into. Alternatively, we can develop the Mars right now, but I don't see a real reason for that. Otherwise, the priest just gets to come in and get rid of Mars.
The battle is far from over.
And the priest doesn't trade well into this, so I think this is a fair play.
Lovely day for a fight.
Eat up.
Now on 5, what will probably happen is the Mars and the Kukulin, depending. Or we can go Kuhu. That's a good one. Probably 1, 2, I would assume.
The moonlight.
We'll earn you something.
Forgive me.
So this now becomes really good. Okay, let's think about this. Kuhulin trades into that. 3, 4. Then I can Fatal Spell Bomb it and then place another Kuhulin probably. The problem is this is about to pop. I can just take the 3 damage, which is fine, I guess. I definitely don't want to play this yet. Yeah, this makes it awkward, unfortunately. As janky as this is, I think as janky as this is, I'm gonna do something like this. So I really don't want him to get value out of this.
Is that the best? Come get some.
Forever!
Yeah, that is the most jankiest play I've ever done today. It might be the 12 PM talking, but I definitely do not want him to get value out of that.
We'll earn you
Because I get to develop the Chromatic Duel. This is where the Chromatic Duel payoff may or may not happen. It might have been better to play the Kuhulin right there, but We'll see. Because right now he gets to evolve into a nothing. Okay.
My chest
You
burns
can see
with
what he does here.
At your service.
Aww.
Do I evolve that? That's the good question if I evolve this. He's probably gonna play Jean, right? Play Jean, then I play Arthur. This might not have paid off as well as I wanted to, but we'll see. Only a beastly vow. The Dark Time comes in. This will destroy everything. Now I'm glad I saved it.
It's making me wild. But it was just a game.
Cool. Well then. She might still have John. That's the problem. This doesn't trade into anything nicely. Yeah, Arthur or bust here. I think.
In the name of glory.
May the dark clouds be dispersed.
This was a sight, draw your swords in the name of victory.
No one gets past me.
Yeah, this board still dies to Jean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good games. He probably has Jean.
I
Yep.
shall guide you to glory. No. The white one is
Yeah, I got nothing there.
adorable.
We'll see what we draw, but that's about it. COCK is kind of a salvage, but not really. I played that wrong. I just played that completely wrong. You think? Yeah, I see no way out of this. Fortunately, this will be 3, 4, 9. Yeah, I see nearly no way out of this. Let's just see if he's going to be here.
Inevitable victory.
It's about as best I can think of. If I somehow live through this and he ignores this.
From the heavens
Never
above,
mind.
justice is delivered.
Yeah. Yeah, this deck is really strong. I have lost several times to this deck now. I really don't know what I could have done there. I think there was a juncture in the middle game where I could have pursued a different solution. I think it was revolving around Mars, but Mars is really underperforming against Haven. So she might be on the list to cut in the future, for sure. Definitely probably add in more Lancer and more Momos, I would say. Just to get rid of those, well, not even Momo in Haven. I'll have to really think about how to tech against Haven particularly, because that matchup just seems unwinnable in a lot of sense because of the threat of Jean. It lining up with Arthur is really hurting the deck. Alright, thank you guys for watching. That is the mid-range Swordcraft deck. I feel like after going into several matches, one of the hardest matches definitely for this particular version of the deck right now is Haven, so I need to figure out counters to that. I don't think Mars does any work against that deck at all, unless like you just have the perfect hand and they somehow do not. Another thing that we lost to is that that forest deck, that neutral forest deck, which just, I mean that might have been more than not draw on his hand, but having only one 3/2 follower on turn 3 really hurt us there because we couldn't trade effectively with the owl. But other than that, it's a fun deck. Definitely encouraged to try it. If you haven't yet, it's not going to be the best deck, I feel like. As the longer we go into the meta, it'll probably be like, it won't be bottom tier again, that's for sure, but it will be around third, maybe even second, but definitely not first, I don't think. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Look forward to more Shadowverse videos in this channel in the near future. This has been Sora. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.